Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, March 15th, 2018. Well, folks, I wanted to really focus in on the Qs chart. I cannot express to you how important this chart is for the overall health of the market. The reason I say that is you had a clear breakout above a double top here. So you can see this is the daily chart of the QQQ NASDAQ 100, which contains Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook. I mean, all those big names are in this NASDAQ 100 index. So this is the tracking ETF, and you can clearly see you hit a pivot top, then we had that huge corrective move, then we came up to the same high pivot, it bounced back down off of that or fell back down, and then here you can clearly see we broke out to the upside. So what's so important about this market is that it's now retracing back to that scene of the crime. This is what we call it, the scene of the crime. And it's also known as a major support. So here you could clearly see it was resistance, right? I mean, you came up here, you hit it, and you pulled back. So that was resistance. Once you get above resistance, resistance becomes support. And therefore, when you see a pullback into it, this is obviously support. And you can clearly see, right? So if we zoom in a little bit, notice how 3 days in a row, 1, 2, 3, basically kissing that level over and over again. All right, and that's very, very intriguing and important for us. So what I'm saying to you here is that as long as the QQQ remains above this level, you honestly should have an upside bias on the QQQ. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, the breakout is holding. You're still holding support here. It very well, and you have to give it the benefit of the doubt right now, could trend back up and even make new all-time highs. I mean, it really could. Now, on the other side of the coin, if you were to get below this line, and you were to trade down here, let's say, somewhere in this vicinity, that would be a failed breakout. And for those of us that know the PPT methodology, a failed breakout is extremely negative. Usually a failed breakout will result in a massive reversal move to the downside. So if this by chance fails and we come down here, you're not just looking at a small pullback, you're looking probably at a move down, maybe all the way down to this low pivot down here around 152. So again, when I say this is an important chart to follow, it is beyond important. This is like it. This is everything you need to focus on. And it makes sense, right? Because if you look at the Dow, right? I mean, you've seen Boeing really start to lag. In fact, Boeing's negative today again. Boeing's down literally 10% off the recent highs just in the last couple weeks. But what stocks are not? I mean, if you look at Amazon, if you look at Netflix, the tech sector, the NASDAQ 100 stocks are just powering and staying right at their all-time highs virtually. So it shows you that that's the sector. That's where the money flow is going. That's where the big money is going. And you want to follow the big money. So in other words, if you start to break down, you're going to see big money exiting right away. And you want to be on that same side of the trade. You either want to be short or you want to be getting out of the market into cash. All right, so follow the big money. This chart right here on the QQQ will show you what the big money is doing. Right now, the big money's feeling okay because we're holding support. And again, the level, basically what I would say to you is any close below, I would say 170 and a half. If you get below 170 and a half on a closing daily basis, that's your major trouble alert. That's your one where you should be running for the hills from this market. Because if the tech sector goes, which has been the strongest, then everything else will crumble as well. All right, that's been the strongest one by far. All right, guys, so this is some good insight. Keep an eye on this chart. The QQQ chart is the symbol. And again, follow it like a hawk. Watch where it trades. Notice how, again, it's still holding above that today. This is the daily chart. And you were down. You were basically touching it again right down here. You hit a low of 170.90. But notice we're back to 171.44. So you're holding it. It's bouncing off again the third day in a row. Can it continue to do so? We'll find out. Have a great one, guys. Thanks as always. Come join us. Take the 7-day free trial to InTheMoneyStocks.com.